Weekends, terrible headaches, nervous tics. I might be listing as symptoms of some illness, but for you, it is that condition, moving. People even say that it is one of the most stressful events in one's life. So here I am, Ross, your expert on all things moving, today with 15 stress killer tips. Let's help you get that stress out of the house while moving. Let's go.
Moving tips!
Number 1. Understanding why moving is stressful. As they say, understanding the problem is half of the solution. Same goes with the moving. Make sure that you understand what factors influence the stress within the move. So far, we could categorize them in 4 main factors. Money. As you understand, moving is quite expensive, and that can be a very stressful reason. Time. You understand that sometimes you need to plan really quickly to be ready before your moving date. Some people do start planning 6 or 8 weeks before, but it's not always the way we want it to be. Some people might need to start planning the move 2 or 3 days before. The third one is disruption. You will be taken out of your comfort zone, not being able to communicate with relatives or friends during this stressful process, possibly. That might influence the stress as well. And the last one, the uncertainty of future. This is the main one of them all. A lot of people are stressed about moving to a new place. The whole process doesn't scare them so much. It is the actual uncertainty of how the things will go at their new apartment or house. Make sure to understand that, and that will get you on the right way to solution. This brings us to the tip number 2. Start planning your move as early as possible. It will save you tons of stress and hassle and discomfort. Understand that the successful move is usually being planned at least 6 to 8 weeks before you actually start moving. Tip number 3. How is your moving cost estimated? Make sure that you have enough money and budget to cover all the expenses and have the additional couple of hundred or a couple of thousand, depending on the size of your move, dollars to cover any additional expenses that may arise.
Moving tips.
Tip number 4. Hire top-rated professional movers. This is probably the best tip of them all. It does come with a price though. But the best way to reduce the stress is to keep it in hands of professionals who come over to your place, pack all of your belongings, and get it on the truck without breaking a sweat. This will save you a critical time for de-stressing, such as saying goodbye to your family or friends, or favorite places for that matter. Number 5. Organize your move using a moving checklist. Remember, the best way to reduce stress is to have all tasks in front of you and complete them one by one, checking them out of the checklist. So make sure to find one out. You can find it by downloading it both on our website and the link in the description below. Number 6. Keep your moving cost to a minimum. This does not apply to everybody, but a lot of people, including me, are less likely to get stressed when their move is cheaper than they were expecting. Make sure that you have planned out all the budget, all of the expenses, and you keep control of it at all times to find out where you can actually save. Buying some used boxes or getting them from your local store. Anything of that matter that will help you save money will, in the end game, help you save stress.
Moving tips.
Number 7. Get rid of the clutter. It is a well-known secret that it is a very big reason for stress during the moving date. While just looking at your infinite possessions, the only thought about packing, transporting, and storing them make you lose your mind. In this case, we propose the only one obvious solution. Get rid of that clutter. Number 8. Tackle the task of packing for a peace of mind. Everybody knows that packing needs to be done long before the moving date, and that usually gives you a privilege of avoiding stress. So make sure that you have everything packed long before your moving day arrives. This will help you save the nerves of all people around you. Number 9, be willing to accept any friend's help. As you go through the moving process, it will be easier and easier for you to realize that such a task is usually impossible to perform by yourself, especially when moving large pieces of furniture or heavy boxes. So do not hesitate to ask for help from your family, friends, or relatives, or anybody who would like to help you on that day. Number 10, keep your valuables with you. The universal approach to getting rid of the stress during the moving day is to never entrust movers with such things as jewelry, cash, car keys, apartment keys, and etc. Keep all the small valuables right by your side when you're moving.
Moving tips.
Number 12, leave time for goodbyes. For most of the people, the main reason of stress is not the money, is not the hardness of the process. It's that they're being forced to leave their friends, relatives, or even loyal family members. Make sure to reduce stress by throwing a farewell party, having time to say goodbye to your friends, and good luck with your move. Number 13, listen to music while packing and moving. According to Psych Central, music really relaxates our body and mind during various actions, especially quiet classical music. You might have your own taste and preferences, but as a useful tip, this will help you get rid of that stress and get concentrated on that Queen song rather than packing that fragile vase. Number 14, get some motivation before actually starting moving. A lot of people do not do any progress on their moving checklist simply because they don't want to, and this causes even more and more stress. So before you actually tackle the task of packing and preparing everything, make sure that you're in a good mood, well fed, well slept, and ready to roll. And finally, the last one, number 15. Don't be too harsh on yourself. The moment you realize you're doing the best you can, your stress will decrease drastically. Just give yourself time to process all the changes that are happening within your house and within your mind, and get prepared. Create a self-reward system to keep you going, take breaks, and good luck with your stressless move.
Moving tips.